Thank you for joining me for part 2 of our 2019 Niche FM content series covering health checks. I'm Ryan Penny and I'm the founder and managing director of Niche FM. In part 2 of our Health Check 101 overview, I will cover property and lease management. This content series part 2 segment is in collaboration with our Wellington-based partners, Property Pathways. Property Pathways and Niche FM have worked together to develop this independent property-focused health check to ensure our clients' property goals can be defined, quantified, realised and measured. Earlier in part 1, I covered the importance of why you should undertake a facilities management health check and spoke about some of the specific areas to consider. In part 2, we'll cover property and lease management and the importance around conducting a health check specific to this area and your portfolio. In this segment, I will cover the following 4 points. What is a property health check? What you should consider when outsourcing your property and lease management, examples of managed services, and why you should undertake a health check. So what is a property health check? Well, put simply, this is a check to ensure that your property systems fully address all the financial, physical, legal and relationship obligations and issues that comes with property and lease ownership. Why should you conduct a health check? I touched base on this in the facilities management health check video. The issues are pretty much the same, albeit with a slightly different emphasis. To refresh, a health check will help you assess and understand the actions that are required to improve the delivery of your lease and property management. A health check may involve a review of your formal and informal lease and property management practices and procedures, including delegations, the state of your current lease and property management capabilities, financial management, looking at income, expenditure, debtor management and capex, communications and resilience. This may include business continuity and emergency management, supplier contract arrangements and management, team structures and organisational fit, health, safety and environment, quality management systems, and of course, key performance indicators. The health check will determine the current state of your lease and property management functionality, from which any improvements can be derived and incorporated into your strategic property and facilities management plan to move forward. So what needs to be considered if you want to outsource, or perhaps you already are, your property and lease management? Just like facilities management, it is very important to understand what is going on. How do you know that your suppliers are doing what you pay them to do? Are they really achieving your goals, or just scraping by with the bare minimum and reacting? Do you know what the outcomes and risks are of your suppliers' decisions beyond the usual short-term financial performance indicators? Look, outsourcing is all about managing risk, so your suppliers should be identifying these so mitigation can be properly planned in both money and physical resource terms. Here are some examples of managed services. In this section, I'm going to give you 2 scenarios. Scenario 1 is on behalf of the tenant. Scenario 2 is the landlord. Scenario 1, you are a tenant in a number of properties. Now, although rent reviews have been settled, are you confident that you're not paying above market levels? Have your property manager's negotiations impacted on your organisation's relationships with various landlords? Are your operating expenses and liabilities clearly understood? And are they being proactively and properly managed and being kept within acceptable levels? Now, what are acceptable levels? Has that been defined? Are there opportunities to reduce this? In scenario 2, you are the landlord. Have the rent reviews been settled in a timely manner? Are the rents at market levels, or have they just simply been settled to make the life easier for the property manager? Is your property manager's ongoing relationships with your tenants kept on a healthy footing? Are you meeting with your key tenants so you understand what needs to be done for their property requirements? Are there missed opportunities to extend leases because the tenants don't like the property manager and are going to depart at the first opportunity? Have agreements been properly recorded and documented in a satisfactory time frame? Do you have copies of these? Do you have copies of your original leases, your lease variations? Has there been other opportunities or risks which have been missed because the property manager's prime focus is business as usual and this is all they have allowed for in the pricing contract? Are you satisfied with your property management agreement? Has the property manager been to site as often as specified in the contract? Do you know the property managers are meeting regularly with them? Could your property's lease or facilities management be done differently? What is the outcome you're wanting? What is the purpose? Now, some of these points may resonate with you, or perhaps they're some of the questions that you're going through at the moment. Whatever the situation, it is important to understand what your portfolio is and what the managed situation will be. It is important that you understand all the elements around outsourced and managed services and act before problems worsen. Why should you undertake a health check? Just like the facilities management health check, it is important to understand where your organisation sits as of today, or perhaps that of your suppliers. A health check will tell you whether the contract for your property or facilities management is appropriately structured and priced for your situation. It can look at cash flow implications of lease expiry dates, your goals for each property and your business needs. Are these being met? Leadership and capability, technology and software. These are just to name a few and can be broadened dependent on your organisation's requirements. I just want to thank you for tuning in for a part 2 of Property and Lease Management Health Check 101. If you have any questions you would like answered or would like to get in touch, please contact us. Thank you very much.